Kim Best, resident of Greenbrier, Arkansas, possesses a passion for horses that she shares with her daughter Faith. This is the story of how Jake, their reining horse, overcame a trial that nearly ended their dreams of winning the gold.
My daughter, she is 19. She goes to college, and we started in the horse business when she was 7.
Kim started encouraging Faith to ride and compete many years ago in Queen's contests and all-around events, but in recent years both have fallen in love with the sport of reining. That is why they found Jake a 2001 registered bay American quarter horse.
Registered name is Starlina Rue, aka barn name Jake, and he's taught her a lot about reining. And at the Derby last year, we had an injury. We were ready. This was our last years of youth, and this was going to be our big year. And we were going to win it all. And so we got to the Derby, and she spent the week at the Derby, and she kept complaining because Jake felt a little off. And so she kept telling her trainer, and he said, "Oh, he looks okay, he looks okay." Well, the Friday before or actually it was the Thursday night before we were supposed to qualify to go to Lexington on Friday, he took a lame step. He got royal treatment. He got better treatment than I probably have ever. I spent more money on his doctor bills than I probably ever have on mine. He got to do the hot saltwater whirlpool spa. He got massages. They took him to have a mobile vet there at the Derby. And so they took him into the mobile trailer, and we did x-rays and everything on him, and the swelling just never went down. Looked to be like a flexor tendon injury. So we went ahead and they iced him. You know, we kept doing ice and heat, and it never went down. We went ahead and pulled him from the Derby, and then she didn't get to ride at all. She was already qualified to go to Lexington, but we couldn't find another horse, so we just chose to scratch because it was more important to save our horse than it was to ride. Since we couldn't go to Lexington, we chose to go to Disney World. So we had a fun week.
But the question remained, what about Jake?
And so he rehabbed through the winter, and Faith went to college. And so he kind of got the whole winter off.
However, Jake couldn't be just a pasture ornament, so Kim decided to take him to the vet once again to see if she could find more answers as to what went wrong.
And they x-rayed the inside of his leg, which is something that was never x-rayed. We had always x-rayed the outside of the leg last year. When they x-rayed the inside of the leg, they found a bone fragment that was separated from the bone, and it was over in the soft tissue area.
Kim decided surgery would be the best option for not only Jake and Faith's show career, but for Jake's future.
It's on the back left leg, which we thought that the injury had come from. He said there is like a little bone fragment that's on the inside of that leg. So he said, you know, you can leave it in there. Said it probably won't hurt him. He said, or you can go ahead and remove it, or you can wait till after show season and have it removed, whatever you like to do.
Shockingly enough, what happened next surprised both Kim and the veterinary staff performing the surgery.
They called me right around noonish and said, "Hey, we're looking in here, we've done the scope, we've got him open, he's down, he's under, but we can't find a bone chip. We do see a calcium deposit in there, but we can't find the bone chip anywhere." He said if we remove the calcium deposit, he said it is wrapped in all the nerve endings and the soft tissue and the ligaments. And he said if we remove it, he said we can remove it, it'll clean up the x-rays, he'll pass a vet check as far as x-ray wise, but you're risking injuring and laming the horse for life. So I said, don't do it. You know, like they said, he's down for about 6 weeks, and then we're going to start trying to show again and see where he can go. We'd like to save him and just build him back up and, you know, get his strength back up and the leg healed and everything, and then just show him at Lexington this year. He's great for Ranch Pleasure. So if reining doesn't work out, every time she steps in an arena, they win first or second in Ranch Pleasure. So even if he doesn't work out, you know, if he has permanent injuries as far as reining goes, we can still use him as ranch horse. He can still be a kid horse. We can still do halter with him. He's pretty much a part of the family just like everybody else, so we plan on keeping him.